What are these zombies up to? Today, we're diving into the weird, creepy, and fascinating stories hidden behind closed doors in Project Zomboid. Let's see what the former survivors were up to when the apocalypse started. Starting with 22, Undead rock band. They say music heals the soul. Too bad it does nothing for the Knox infection. If you're lucky enough, you'll come across a house with some local musicians. They'll be in the garage, all dressed up in their rocker t-shirts and figureless gloves. Once you put them out of their misery, you can live out their dreams of being a rock star and clear the world of zombies as a true badass. 21. Escaped prisoners. A zombie apocalypse is not great news for most people, but if you're incarcerated, it's one of the few opportunities for you to break out. That's exactly what these guys did. You can find them hiding out in houses across Knox County, still dressed in their prison jumpsuits and armed with their prison escape supplies. If you've ever wanted to dress as a prisoner, now's the chance. You also get to keep some of the handy duffel bags for looting. Number 20. Failed escaped prisoners. You can't blame these guys for trying, but how unlucky do you have to be to get caught during a zombie apocalypse? There are literal undead walking the streets, and the police still come after you. The good news is that we get to keep some of the weapons along with those duffel bags. Maybe even a bulletproof vest if we're lucky. Number 19. End of the world party. What do you do at the end of the world? Throw a house party, of course. What else? These former survivors must have had the same idea because instead of boarding up the house, they brought out the drinks, snacks, and party hats. You may be too late to join in, but you can at least enjoy the refreshments. There are quite a few inside, so be careful you don't become the zombies' late night food delivery. Number 18. Dead drunk. Not everyone's an extrovert. Some people prefer to keep things quiet, even at the end of days. But with a lot of alcohol and without supervision, they may have had a little too much. There's nothing to gain from running into the scene aside from sadness. You can give them a peaceful burial if you have the time. Number 17, a crime in progress. This next one is a bit of a mystery. If you come across this house, you'll see a police car with 2 officers parked outside. Inside the house are 2 victims laying on the floor who look like they've been murdered, along with 3 ordinary people and another police officer. I'm not sure what happened here. Who murdered the 2 on the floor? Who called the police? And why is only one of the officers inside alone? If you have a theory, let me know in the comments. There's some useful loot to gain from here as well, mostly from the police zombies. Number 16, bathroom prisoner. In this scene, you'll come across a former survivor in front of a barricaded door. There will be a loaded gun nearby with no round in the chamber. If you pry open the door, watch out because there'll be a zombie imprisoned in the bathroom. There isn't much to gain from coming across this scene aside from a partially loaded gun and some more sadness. Number 15, poker night. A great way to pass the time is a good old-fashioned poker night. If you search the houses in the suburbs, you'll find a group of 4 or 5 huddled together with cards, poker chips, and money all over the floor. The only right move here, in my opinion, is to take all the money and party supplies and have a good time. Why let all that good quality bourbon go to waste? Number 14. Bleach poisoning. Lying in the living room of another home is a victim of bleach poisoning. You'll find a single body in the living room with several empty bottles of bleach nearby. Again, nothing really to be gained aside from empty bottles and sadness. Number 13, Friday the 13th reference. Get ready to meet Jason Voorhees, because he's hiding out in one of the houses in Project Zomboid. If you manage to find the ultra-rare villain from the Friday the 13th franchise, you'll be rewarded with his full outfit, including a leather jacket, a hockey mask, and a machete. His house will also be full of his victims, with corpses scattered across every single room of the house. Very cool Easter egg. Number 12, Gunslinger. This is a story event where you have a chance to find a zombie with a bunch of weapons. This one can be found in almost every floor of the house, so make sure you look around. There isn't much to loot outside of the guns and ammo, but you'll almost always get a handgun, so it is a good find. There's also a chance that the ammo type won't match the guns. It just depends on your luck. Number 11, bathroom gunslinger. This is exactly like the gunslinger, except you find them in the bathroom. Same guns, same incompatible ammo. Number 10, Stag Night. This one is hilarious to come across. In one of the houses in the suburbs, you'll find a bachelor party in full swing. A group of 5 to 6 male zombies hanging out in the living room. There'll be a bunch of chips, cigarettes, and alcohol littering the floor, and one single female zombie party, wearing only undergarments and a bride's veil. Once you clear the area, all the snacks and drinks are yours. The stripper zombie is particularly creepy though. Number 9. Hens Night. If you were disappointed by the lack of male strippers, fear not. You can find one in the Hens Night party. Pretty much identical to the Stag Night, but with women instead of men and a male stripper. Either way, more snacks for you. Number 8. Student Party. Another fun event to look out for is the Student Night. You can find students partying in homes, dorms, and apartments all across Knox County. The outfits of the zombies will depend on the area where they spawn though, so if you find one in the suburbs, you probably won't be able to tell it apart from a normal house party. Number 7. Sports Night. Last on the list of our party scenes is the football night. You'll most commonly see this one in the suburbs, and if you do, you'll get a nice football jersey as a trophy. Or maybe a baseball one, depends on your luck. Number 6. A sad end. This is another story that involves a partially loaded gun, but this time there are 2 people involved. Only one of the people is holding a gun, so make of that what you will. Number 5. Mad Scientist. Hidden in one of the houses in Knox County is a madman who collects corpses. You won't see it coming, but when you open the door, you'll walk in on a person in a lab coat and a bunch of bodies littering the floor. Were they experimenting on the undead to find a cure? Or trying to create the next Frankenstein? I guess we'll never know. Number 4. Psycho. This next scene is one of the creepiest things I've seen in Project Zomboid. You might come across this house that looks normal from the outside, but is home to a psychopathic killer. Unlike the mad scientist, this creep likes to hide upstairs in one of the rooms, and he collects skeletons. Or he collects corpses and turns them into skeletons. I don't know which one is worse. He'll also be wearing a lab coat, which is the only valuable piece of loot you'll find. Super creepy. Number 3. Bathroom Zed. This poor person was just trying to take a bath when the unthinkable happened and they turned into a zombie. They even had their cologne and hairspray ready and everything. The worst part, by the look of them, they never even got a chance to start the bath. So they just died right after they got undressed, but before stepping in. How frustrating for them. Number 2. Bedroom Zombies. If you've ever seen undressed zombies wandering the streets, this is probably why. In the bedroom zombie story, you'll find, normally, 2 suspiciously half-dressed zombies hanging out in a room. Their clothes will be scattered all over the floor. The name is a little deceptive because the room doesn't have to be a bedroom. You can find them in almost any room with a door. And lastly, Conspiracy Theorists. This is one of the funniest scenes you'll see in Project Zomboid. They can show up in almost any house in Knox County, and you'll know them right away by the obnoxious tinfoil hats on their heads. The hats didn't protect them from the Knox infection, but maybe they'll work for you? Once you dispatch the zombies, you can wear it proudly. Bonus, Zombie Bathroom Party. Now, this isn't exactly a story event, but if you played Project Zomboid long enough, you've come across and probably been killed by an unexplained horde hiding out in the bathroom. You open the door expecting only a few, only to find 10 plus zombies stuffed in there like sardines. What are they doing in there? Let me know your theory in the comments below and subscribe to the channel for more survival game content. Thanks for watching.